Who wins more games this year, the Buffalo Bills or the New York Jets? And can I, real quick, before we move on.
That is a hell of a bet.
No way. I'll bet my mortgage, which I don't have because I rent, on the Bills winning more. The Bills, I know exactly what happened last night. You can talk about Josh Allen's turnovers and all that.
Yeah.
They clearly had a huge emotional letdown after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Listen, this is a team that went through DeMar Hamlin.
You think that's what happened?
Oh, you could see the wind get sucked out of their sails so badly last night.
The wind gets sucked out of their sails? They should have been licking their chops.
No, they basically, they thought they had the game won. Everything they did. Josh Allen never even considered they were going to lose the game until the fourth quarter. They clearly lost their edge after that play.
Do you realize if that's actually true?
Definitely
If
true.
even an iota of that is actually true, then the Bills would be the most mentally weak team in the history of the NFL.
Did you watch last year? They are a team that attracts huge emotional games in prime time.
Okay,
and then things happen and yes, maybe they're not tough enough, but it is a little ridiculous that they're always here for these momentous events.
Well, if the best player on the other team goes down, you can't all of a sudden be taken out of your game. That to me would be even worse, and an even worse indictment on the Bills than what I actually saw last night. Which is...
It's one game. Wait, stop with indictment.
It's not.
Same thing happened to the Chiefs on Thursday night.
The Chiefs had excuses with no Kelsey and no Chris Jones. But Joe Burrow has an excuse that he was injured in the preseason and didn't play any preseason or training camp. This was the Bills at full strength, coming in with a wounded opponent who got hurt in 4 snaps. The franchise quarterback goes out the window, and they couldn't finish the job.
Right, but then they'll go ahead and win a bunch of other games because they're a pretty good team.
No.
They're not going to win all.
Can I hear Josh Allen, please, Stu? Can I hear Josh Allen on his bad game against the Jets?
Yeah, trying to force the ball. Yeah, same place, different day.
Exactly. He knows it, but he can't do anything about it. They know what they're doing, and Josh Allen has to know what he's doing is hurting the team. And this goes back to last season. And I'm not a big, last season bleeds into this season. But when it's Josh Allen, you have to just stare this in the face. Ever since that Bears game on New Year's Eve of last year, he has been a turnover machine. Earth to Josh Allen, you're not going to win the Super Bowl on every play. He's got to understand that. He has to be smarter. And I'm sorry if this counts as a meltdown. I don't care. We can take the board and we can just shove it in the hallway and push it down the stairs because I can't do this again. He's so good on some plays and so god-awful on others. He's got to be smarter. He's got to realize that the franchise is on his shoulders, but he can't act like the game is on his hand on every down. Perloff, he's got to be smarter.
He could play left-handed and lead the Bills to more wins than the Jets this year. There is no way the Jets finish with a better record than the Buffalo Bills. There's 0.0 way.
I mean, I'm tempted to shake you on it. Now, here's the thing for the Bills. They have a long way to go, and if this is actually a wake-up call / kick in the ass, then great. They can't keep Josh Allen. I'm not going to say they. Josh Allen can't keep playing this way. The all or nothing, I know it's worked for other guys.
You're overreacting like it's out of control. Like you did on Sunday. This is week 1. It doesn't mean anything.
Perloff, Josh Allen just said, same bleep, different day. It's not just about week 1. This has been going back to last year.
You understand, though, it's an 18-week schedule. Whatever happens in week 1, we have to fight the urge to act like this is the way it's going to be moving forward. It's week 1.
Okay.
It was a weird game. First of all, it was pouring rain 2 hours before they had to take
Stop with the rain and the weather. Honestly, stop with the weather.
You don't think that effect, that field was a mess for Aaron Rodgers? This whole game was bizarre. Allen was completely off his rhythm.
It was definitely
completely off his rhythm, and he never even thought he was going to lose. That's why he threw the ball down. He's like, what's the difference? We're going to beat the Jets anyway. Zach Wilson's out there. So he totally lost his mental edge. Zach Wilson beat them
last year. That kind of hubris, then, is another thing that will get you in trouble.
It's not Hamlet. Stop. It's week 1. Wait. They're going to win next week, and you're not even going to remember this.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say they were rattled because Rodgers went down, and then also say they knew that they were going to win the whole time.
Yeah, they lost their edge. That's what I mean. They lost their edge. They thought when Rodgers went down, they actually said, we won this game.
Then that's weak. Because it's the NFL and you can never...
It obviously happened to the Chiefs. The Chiefs were up in the fourth quarter at Arrowhead. Did you think it even dawned on Patrick Mahomes he might lose that game? He totally lost his edge in that game, and they gave up the game to the Lions.
What evidence did the Bills have throughout that game that they were obviously going to win that game?
They were up 13-3 on the New York Jets with Zach Wilson. If that's not evidence, then there is no evidence on planet Earth. That is the most obvious evidence of ever.
They should have been up 30-3. That's the evidence. They should have been up 30-3, not 13-3.
The live bet was 500-1 or something. It was
Aaron Rodgers goes out and they decide to kick a field goal when they're facing a 4th and 2 at the 30. Just freaking go for it. Just be aggressive at the right times. Set a tone. And don't just think you have it in the bag, because they didn't. And the Jets have always played the Bills right. This is the meltdown. You guys are witnessing the meltdown. We're 16 minutes into the show.
We witnessed the meltdown. It already says zeros behind you. I don't know who changed it, but somebody went back there and changed the 22 to a 0.
I can't just keep giving them passes like that they're great, they're great, they're great. If you're great, then you beat Zach Wilson's Jets. If you're great, you beat Zach Wilson's Jets.
It's one game.
It's been going on since last year. Yeah. Josh Allen said, same bleep, different day.
Same place, different day.
Well, let's make a heavy, heavy bet on this one, though, because I am so confident I will win this bet, unless Josh Allen gets hurt. There is no way the Jets have a better record than the Bills. There is no way.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to go at the end of the month. If the Bills have a worse record than the Jets at the end of the month, then I will come to your house and clean it once a week for the next 5 years.
That's tempting. I really think... This is why I'm going to hesitate to take that bet right this moment.
Because it's insane?
No, not because it's insane. Because I don't know who the Jets are bringing in. They have to bring in somebody. It's not going to be Zach Wilson for the rest of the year, right? They have to bring in somebody.
Oh, man.
That will determine whether I think I'm going to take this bet.
You should not take this bet, because this bet is crazy.
I hope I don't need to. But
What do you mean? So wait.
I hope that you're not right, and I hope that they're not vying here. But everyone has been penciling in the Bills like this is fine. Good teams, really good teams, elite teams win that game last night.
So Jets, by the way, just back to Jets for 1 second. Buffalo, they beat Buffalo, who they were trailing. Crazy game. At Dallas, 10-point dogs. Versus New England, they could win that game. Then they got Kansas City, at Denver, and the Eagles. You honestly,
brutal schedule.
You see a lot of wins there?
No, we said that from the jump. The Jets schedule was brutal. And
you think Buffalo is going to basically end up worse than that?
No, but here's the thing about the Jets now. The Jets now, no pressure. All of this is off. All that hard knock stuff and Rodgers and the Super Bowl expectations. The pressure is gone, yet the team is still good. So you have that. Meanwhile, the Bills beat themselves last night. Sean McDermott said it after the game. They played 2 opponents. They played the Jets and they played themselves. And they lost on both occasions. So you got to get out of your own way first. And I'm not sure that the Bills can get out of their own way.
Okay.
Look, play Stu's Raiders next week, coming off of a big win over Denver.
Stu's, who's going to have more wins this year, the Bills or the Jets?
I still think the Bills.
Yeah, you, me, and everyone else except for Maggie Gray.
Listen, I'm not taking that bet yet. We still have a lot of things to settle here.
You're not taking that bet. You
Jets.
have to take that bet.
No, we have a lot of things to settle here with the Jets. Like, who's going to play quarterback for them? Who's going to be this point guard? Who's going to do it?
Oh, man. First of all, you acknowledge that it is a little challenging to come in after, basically after week 2 and learn the whole thing and be so great? Definitely.
But do you think that Joe Douglas is on the phone today?
He's on the phone, but I think Zach Wilson keeps that job for a while until he loses it. Just hand the ball off.
To who? Tim Boyle? Who?
To Breece Hall? I'm saying, no, they bring in a veteran who's going to back up, but I don't think that backup's going to play anytime soon. I assume Zach Wilson can all you're going to do is hand the ball off. Just do that. Zach Wilson can do that. By the way, he wasn't bad last night. 14 for 21, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He had some really, really nice throws to Wilson. He really likes Wilson. It's like a different
everyone likes throwing to Garrett Wilson. He's so awesome. The one thing about Zach Wilson, though, is that he keeps going backwards. There's a lot of plays. Yes, he's got a good arm. He can make some nice throws, but there's a lot of plays where he's just running backwards, and that happened, and the Bills were chasing him out last night.
Yeah, but I know Peyton hated it, but it didn't really kill them. I mean, he did throw the ball out of bounds, and none of those running backwards plays hurt the Jets at all.
Well, they couldn't keep drives alive. I mean...
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was either run backwards or get sacked on that spot.
Yeah.